evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Demont Television Network brings you a night at the Cicada Club, broadcast live across the nation and around the world by means of electronic television. Presenting a torrent of top talented tunes directly into your home from the Maxwell DeMille's Cicada Club in sunny downtown Hollywood, California. Starring Janet Klein and the Parlor Boys, yours truly, Conrad Montebank, and our special guest for tonight, the Foley Sisters. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's your master of ceremonies, that rolling stone that gathers no moss. It's Mr. Maxwell DeMille.
2, 1.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Maxwell DeMille speaking, broadcasting to you live from the Cicada Club here in beautiful Los Angeles, California. Tonight we have Janet Klein and her Parlor Boys and the Foley Sisters, as my good friend Conrad Montebank told you. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to bring to this very microphone the lovely, the enchanting Janet Klein.
We're here. Nice. All right, boys. One, You're the naughtiest, baby. Still you're sweet as can be. First you treat me nice, then you're cold as ice. You're a puzzle to me. Good little, bad little you. What makes you tease like you do? I look into your angel eyes. I see their devils in disguise. One little, two little lips I crave. They lead me on, then they say behave. Who knows it too? Good little, bad little you. Good little, bad little you. Hey, hey, hey. You're good, you're bad. Wish I knew. Oh yeah. Thanks. You tease like you do. I look right straight into your angel eyes. I see their little devils in disguise. Got one, got two lips I crave. Still they just say, please behave. And who's that smarty third party knows it too? Good little, bad little you. Good little, bad little you. Hey! Nice. You know what they say we do, right? Well, we call it, we play obscure, sometimes naughty, and lovely tunes of the 1920s and 30s. That's what we're here for, right? Oh, good. I need my ukulele. Oh. Yes. Here's one that Blossom Seeley used to do in vaudeville. She was a very lovely Southern lady, married to a gentleman named Benny Fields. He looked a little like Pee Wee Herman, Benny did. Hear that bluebird up in the tree. Hear him, what a song. Joy he's bringing, singing to me, singing all day long. Goodbye to skies of gray. I'm back home today. All day long I jump and run about. You can always hear me shouting out, hello, hello, bluebird. Got no time for blues or anything. I'm so happy I just want to sing, hello, bluebird. Blue skies, sunshine, friends that are real. Oh, folks, sweetheart, oh, how I feel. I'm not go roaming like I did again. I'll stay home, be a kid again. Hello, bluebird, hello. All day long I jump and run about. You can always hear me shouting out, hello, hello, bluebird. Got no time for blues or anything. I'm so happy I just want to sing, hello, bluebird. Blue skies, sunshine, friends that are real. Oh, folks, sweetheart, oh, how I feel. I'm not go roaming like I did again. I'll stay home, be a kid again. Hello, bluebird, hello. Oh, good. I hope you folks know some of the dances that go with this music. A little Balboa, Shag, Charles, Black Bottom, Coochie Coochie. Oh, I know that one. We have a friend who is 96 years old. His name is Bob Mitchell. And he tells us that this next song was written because there was a doctor who wrote papers that said that whistling was a form of insanity. I guess some people agree. Well, some professor whistle and blow your blues away. You're bound to lose your troubles and every care. They're only little bubbles, so give them the air. You're gonna whitewash the gray. Just whistle and blow your blues away. Yes. Oh, he's such a nice whistler. I feel better already. That's Mr. John Reynolds. Here's how to make things okay. Just whistle and blow your blues away. You'll swing along through the day. Just whistle and blow your blues away. You're bound to lose your troubles and every little care. They're only little bubbles, so give them the air. You're gonna whitewash the gray. Just whistle and blow your blues away. Yippee! And I mean it, I tell you. I like to remind people that these tunes got people through the Depression the last time. It's all about keeping your sunny side up and everything. And if you got your honey, you know, life is okay. I won't make you wait too long. I got this one from a lady named Elsie Carlisle. She was an English lady who was in a Cole Porter show called Wake Up and Dream. And she made a song famous called What Is This Thing Called Love? And this was written for her in response to that. Some time ago, a sad-eyed girl got up and asked this question: what is this thing called love? She didn't ask that question. I don't know what year. Okay, let's go to the chorus. I'm not going to do that one right away. They're doing something secret that I don't know. It's sounding kind of Yiddish right now. Oy. Oh, there it is. When a bull looks at a cow, says eventually, why not now? Ladies and gentlemen, that's love. When two cats upon a fence say we're in love, so let's commence. Ladies and gentlemen, that's love. And when a married couple hasn't a pot and still they're singing and cooing, brother, they've got that. When a rooster tells a hen, don't forget tonight at 10. Ladies and gentlemen, that's love. When a toucan at the zoo do what only two can do. Ladies and gentlemen, that's love. When a hippopotamus does what nobody dare discuss. Ladies and gentlemen, that's love. It just goes on through nature, no one's to blame. And if you ask professors, they say the same thing. When a porpoise and a whale find a time to love for sale. Ladies and gentlemen, that's love. Just think of all that happened in Noah's Ark, and then just think what happens each night in the park. When a rabbit and its mate prove that 1 and 1 make 8. Ladies and gentlemen, that's love. Oh. That intro was in Yiddish, yes. Oh my. Well, here's a nice little tune. I bet you'll know. This one's not obscure at all. I've an agreeable sweetheart. I call him baby on mine. Movies are his delight, dances most every night. We have a wonderful time. But when movies and dances are done, that's when I have my fun. Gee, it's great after being out late, walking with baby back home. Arm in arm over meadow and farm, walking with baby back home. We go long harmonizing a song, or he's reciting a poem. The owls go by and they give me the eye. his vest. After I kinda straighten his tie, I have to borrow his comb. One kiss, then we continue again, walking with baby back home. After being out late, walking with baby back home, arm in arm over meadow and farm, walking with baby back home. We go along harmonizing a song, or he's reciting a poem. The owls go by and they give me the eye, walking with baby back home. Of the dark, so I make him park outside of my door till it's light. I said if he tried to kiss me, I'd cry. He dried my tears all through the night. Hand in hand to a barbecue stand. Well, it's all from my door where we roam. Eat, and then it's a pleasure again, walking with baby back home. Nice. Mr. Whitcomb, would you like to do a little number?
We're going to play a foxtrot now from 1927, an American number that's very popular in Europe, and it's called How Could Red Riding Hood Have Been So Very Good and Still Keep the Wolf from the Door? This is a typical example of American popular culture that is sweeping the world and conquering the whole world. It's a follow-up to Yes, We Have No Bananas. Here we are.
When we were young but old enough for us to understand, we all believed in fairies and folks in fairyland. But the modern child is running wild, he wants to know too much. He's never understood about Red Riding Hood, so he's gonna ask the question.
How could Red Riding Hood have been so very good and still keep the wolf from the door? Father and mother, she had none, so where in the hell did the money come from? Please let me ask it, who filled her basket? The storybooks, they never tell, so tell me, Janet.
They say she found a great big wolf in Granny's bed.
A wolf?
And he had a big sunbonnet pulled down over his head. But you know, and I know what she must have she rambled, she knew it was a gamble. She was out in the woods for no good.
I love that kind of baby.
They say she was a maid.
A maid?
Most discreet.
That's very rare.
No doubt about it. She must have been sweet. But you know, and I know even sweet girls must meet. How could Red Riding Hood have been so very good and still keep the wolf from the dog? Oh, that's Mr. Whitcomb. He's our resident Englishman. Don't you have a little English ditty to do? What'll it be?
Oh, I could do the laughing policeman.
Oh. Yes. Oh.
Say, folks, I hope you're enjoying Janet Klein and her Parlor Boys here at the Cicada Club. They like you, Janet.
Nice. Can I come back?
Well, you know, we just might have you back because next week here at the Cicada Club will be the Rhythm Club All-Stars and our Night of the Divas, and Janet Klein will be one of our divas. She'll be making a rare appearance with 5 other female singers she would never be caught dead with on stage.
Nice. Can I sit on the piano?
Anything you like, Janet, but now it's time to bring the microphone back to you. What are you going to sing for us?
Well, Ian is going to do a little ditty for us. One moment, please. What'll it be?
A little ditty called, what is it called, Ian? The Laughing Policeman from Great Britain.
Thank you,
Sounds scary.
This is a song about the cheerful policeman we used to have in Britain. This is a laughing song, so we hope you'll all join in when the laughing chorus comes. You will, won't you? Ha, ha, ha. We need it, because if we all laugh, there'll be no problems in the world today. Everything will whisk away, and China will not take over America. Simple as that. Right. There is a fat old policeman, he's always round our town. A fat and jolly red-faced man, he has such great renown. He's too fine for a policeman, he's never known to... Everybody says he is the happiest man in town. He goes, ah, ha, 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 ha. Woo, hoo, 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 hoo. Woo, ha, 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 ha. Woo, hoo, 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 hoo. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Ah, ha, ha, ah, ha, ha, ah, ha, ha, ha. He laughs upon point duty. He laughs upon his beat. He laughs at everybody when he's walking down the street. He says he can't stop laughing. He says he's never tried. And once he did arrest a man and laughed until he cried. He went, ah! Chance to see him when walking round our town. Just slap him by his fat old face and give him half a crown. His jolly face will ripple, he'll burble with delight, and then you'll start him laughing with all his might. Ha 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 yeah. If that doesn't solve the problems of today, nothing will. And now an instrumental.
give you anything but love, baby. That's the only thing I've plenty of. Baby, dream a while, scheme a while, you're sure to find happiness, and I guess all those things you've always pined for. Gee, I'd like to see you looking swell, baby. Diamond bracelets were one that doesn't sell, baby. Until that lucky day, you know darn well, baby, I can't give you anything but love. but love. Oh, baby, that's the only thing I've plenty of. Oh, baby, dream a little while. of romance going on here tonight. I don't know. Yes. There ain't no doubt you've heard about the sweetest man in Dixieland. I'll say he's hot, he's got just what it takes to be a ladies' man. When he struts along and raises Cain, husbands tie their wives up with a ball and chain.
He's a sentimental gentleman from Georgia, Georgia, just named Dixon Valentine. When it comes to loving, he's a real professor. Yes, sir, just amazing Dixon Valentine.
See those Georgia peaches hanging around him now. Watch that baby teach us, nobody knows just how.
Oh, sentimental gentleman from Georgia, Georgia, gentle to the ladies all the time. Gentleman from Georgia, Georgia, gentle to the ladies all the time. When it comes to loving, he's a real professor. Yes, sir, just amazing Dixie Valentine.
See those Georgia peaches hanging around him now. Won't that baby teach us, nobody knows just how.
Oh, sentimental gentleman from Georgia, Georgia, gentle to the ladies all the time.
That's Mr. John Reynolds. Oh, just a little hot. have another southern number. A little one I got from a very obscure band called Phil Baxter and his orchestra from Texas in the 30s. It's called Honey Child. Child, I'm wild for your kiss. Honey child, I'm wild for your smile. Everything you do and say makes me want you more. Every night and every day I'm longing for you, honey child. Child, I'm wild for you. Honey child, I'm wild for your kiss. Honey child, I'm wild for your smile. Everything you do and say makes me want you more. Every night and every day I'm longing for you, honey child. All the while I'm dreaming of life and love with you. Oh, eyes of blue, I'm asking you, won't you be mine, honey child? I'm wild for you. Oh, it's like honey.
Janet Klein and the Parlor Boys. Keep that applause going. They deserve it, don't they? They're wonderful. And so lovely. And Janet Klein's pretty too. Say, folks, this is Conrad Montebank here to say hello to all our friends watching this broadcast across this great nation of ours and abroad through the miracle of electronic television. And let you know that next Sunday, February 8th, Maxwell DeMille Cicada Club proudly presents the Rhythm Club All-Stars Night of the Divas with special guest divas Jennifer Keith, Janet Klein, Cassie Miller, Christine Nelson, Ginger Pauly, and Wendy Ray. Then on February 15th, it's our big band night at the Cicada Club. As the Cicada Club presents Dean Mora and his orchestra with a tribute to the Coconut Grove. And now, here's your host, Mr. DeMille, to tell you more.
Thank you, Conrad Montebank.
My pleasure, Mr. DeMille.
Now, Conrad Montebank will not be joining us next Sunday here at the Cicada Club. He'll be on assignment.
That's true.
Where will you be, Conrad?
I'll be down in El Segundo.
And what might you be doing in El Segundo?
Well, they're having the submarine races next Sunday.
And what is your involvement with those races?
It's my job to mark all the periscopes.
I see. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. How about a big round of applause for our show announcer, Conrad Montebank?
Oh, please, no. Oh, please. Stop. Madam, don't throw your keys. I will not be able to come here.
Don't encourage him, folks. Don't encourage him. And say, filling in for Conrad Montebank next week, our second announcer here at the Cicada Club. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Dayton Purcell.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a kid from New York. I'll be here next week and the following week, filling in for Mr. Conrad Montebank. Looking forward to spending the evening with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dayton Purcell will be filling in for the next 2 weeks as Conrad Montebank is on assignment. Now also, ladies and gentlemen, we have some folks here from Fort MacArthur. As you know, February 28th is the great Los Angeles Air Raid of 1942. And that will be featuring Dean Mora and the Fort MacArthur Officers Orchestra.
Oh, they're wonderful.
They are indeed. So perhaps a little bit later we'll get some of those folks up here from Fort MacArthur. And, of course, we have a very special surprise for you coming up in just a few moments. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, we open the dance floor to you for some recorded music.